This tutorial teaches you to make a small daffodil. First, take out a whole white twisty tubes. Then we take this white twisty tubes into two parts. Cut it into a 15 centimeter twisted stick. This method is the same as the first petal tutorial. The first petal in the tutorial. Twist it like this to fix it. Then lay down the sticks on both sides. And pull out an arc in the middle. Then close the bottom. The stick here is relatively short, so just close it slightly. Adjust the shape slightly. Then make the other half. Fold the twisty stick in half. Then, about the length of a knuckle. Twist twice to fix it. Put the stick on top down. Pull out an arc on both sides. Just close the bottom directly. The stick here is relatively short, but as long as it can be closed. Adjust the shape. The petal is done. Now let's make the stamen part. This is to compare the length of the petals. Is 2 to 1/2. The petal is slightly shorter, then we fold it back and forth like this. When folding here, you need to change the direction slowly. And fold it into a circle. Because this daffodil is very, very small, so we don't need to fold the tip too much. When folding again, we slowly change the direction, and let it form a circle. Turn it over and take a look. There is still a little bit missing. Then fold another one. Turn it around to form a circle. It's almost done. After folding this corner almost, we can put it together to see. If the size is suitable, we can cut off the excess sticks at the bottom. I have already made one here, so I'll use the one I made before. I'll use a hair straightener to slightly straighten it. Now we need to add more petals. Flatten the petals a little bit. Flatten it a bit, because this is a smaller flower. I suggest you add a little bit. Because if the flower is very small and the fluff is thick, it will not look so delicate. Now, let's make the smallest stamen in the middle. This is a yellow twisty stick. And dark yellow twisty sticks. Then fold a little bit. Leave some space and cut it off. Then fold it a little bit, and leave some space to cut. We only need to make 3 of them. After folding them all, now we need to bake the fluff. Except for the pointed part. And the roots need to be burned off. Just leave the tip, and burn off the roots. All 3 are the same. Next, there is a small task. Which is to trim the petals, to trim the tips. Because the petals of the daffodil are actually slightly pointed. So we just need to trim them a little bit with scissors. Next, we are ready to glue. Stick these 3 stamens first. These 3 stamens can be glued together and stick them on a small wire. Here, because the heights are different. So I used a lighter to heat it up, so I redid it. Next, stick this circle of stamens. First, surround this circle. If the size is suitable, we can pinch the tips. Then apply glue inside this circle. Then wrap it around this. Glue and pinch it in the middle of the small stamen. Next, we can spread them out. Here forms a small funnel-like, cone-like, the stamen. Now we can start to glue the petals. Just stick the petals directly on the stamen. Because there is no root. And the petals are relatively small, so it can be directly attached to this. On the stamen. Then glue directly above the root of the petal. In this way, the flower will basically have no root. I made daffodils with 6 petals. So it's just a circle. 6 petals are almost just right. This one is made very small. I have a big one on my desk. Look at this small one. In fact, the shape of this one is the same as the big one. And the method is the same. It's just that the size of the petals is different. And the length of the stamen is different. Now it's this small stamen. I added a little yellow to it. I just add a little yellow to it. It's this. This step is optional. Next, let's briefly talk about the leaves. Take a whole twisty stick and fold it in half. And then pinch the tip a little. Fix the bottom. Then pinch the tip and use a flat iron to flatten it. I didn't do this here. Everyone use a flat iron to flatten it. Then just trim the tip a little bit sharper. Make more of these leaves. It looks like this. This tutorial doesn't make a large daffodil. Look at this big daffodil. The stamen part is the same as the small one, but it's just longer. Then there are the petals. The petal is the one in front. The 4th type in the tutorial, the largest petal. Now it's done. The big daffodil on my desk. You can try it later. Different sizes of petals, and different lengths of stamens. You can make daffodils of different sizes. The tutorial is over. See you next time.